You don't just sell to them. You must have something that can just the step-by-step processes they need to get clients, them something they will find valuable. The person walks up to you and wants to talk to you, and they're like, nah, I mean, you are presenting value to them. So when they see the
Hello, John. Welcome to the podcast. How you doing today?
I'm doing real good. How are you doing, Spencer? Nice to
Doing
meet you.
good. Yeah. So, John's from Nigeria. Happy to have you on. What is a reason that someone should stick around and watch the podcast today? If they don't know who you are, they don't know who I am. What are they going to get by this podcast today?
Well, I think they will be hearing a lot of cool stuff related to marketing, something that they may find inspiring, that they may find motivating, that will just give them the push, that deliberate push they need
Hmm.
to be who they are or be where they are or do what they did not dare to do before.
Hmm. So,
So,
John, looking at your Instagram here, it says, let's see. Never mind. Instagram's fake anyways. It doesn't matter. It's not loading. John, how would you describe your services for the people?
okay, basically, I'm into let's just say I started as a writer, a content writer, a blogger basically. I wrote for a couple of blogs, helped them write their content. But basically what I'm doing right now is I'll just call it growth marketing. Basically growth marketing and automations basically. So before basically I started into as a digital marketing where I help businesses handle their online profiles, their online marketing from their social media to their blogs to just the step-by-step processes they need to get clients, to increase awareness for them for their businesses, get leads, make sales, and it morphed onto so basically as the need came up for me, I just moved on. So when there was need for growth, I became the growth marketer. When there was need for social media following growing, I became that person. So far it has been much of a learning journey. So I may not just if I tell myself I'm a social media manager, it's too limiting for me. If I tell myself that I'm just a digital marketer, it will be just a bit limiting. So I just classify it under growth. I'm just into marketing and growth.
Got you.
Yeah.
How does your background of writing feed into growth marketing and social media management?
Okay. So my I started from the background of I loved the fact of knowing people, wanting to understand people, wanting to give explanations to things. So I gather data, I gather references, I gather information about things, and I make a possible interpretation for it. I gather information about people and I gather behaviors, I gather trends and patterns, and I'm able to make an informed deduction from it. So this helps a lot in road marketing because you need a lot of data when you are driving for growth marketing
Hmm.
to help you basically drive that growth. And what analytics does for you in growth is that it makes you be be a more informed growth marketer. So another thing on the social media ground, it's where you have this space where you are building a community of loyalists, a community of followers, a community of people who want to trust you, who want to know you better, who want to connect with you. And in doing that, one of the things that has come to me is that you need to be very unique and authentic. So that alone has helped me in my career, building social media for people and managing it and ensuring that it's growing. And because I understand this concept that social media is community growth, it's about working with a community. So either ways, you just need to know that you are not just there to sell your business, you are there to connect with people, you are there to understand people, you are there to not just tell people buy from me, you are there to understand people's problem and figure out a way to solve it. So that's just the concept of it.
Hmm. So yeah, being unique is super important in this day and age. There's so many social media managers, so many growth marketers. Businesses have random emails coming in every day from people claiming they can grow their business. How do you stand out from this crowd?
Okay, well, first of all, I think there are different ways to market, and it's just that some people pick their ways. So for instance, what you are describing right now is what we call cold DMs or cold email marketing,
Hmm.
right? And people do that when they want to interact with their when they want to just sell themselves directly to a client
Hmm.
and get the client to take an action or they move. So it's more of a number game. It's not like it's something very wrong to do. Why they can make that promise, maybe they are certain that they can do what they see, or they are just in to put put in the effort and see what they can get in return. But it's actually very possible to say, oh, I want to grow this social media and this is how I will grow it. And there are multiple ways to actually get it done. So it's not like it's going to be so hard. It's not actually hard. There are patterns, there are ways to actually get that to happen. But my method of actually getting businesses to know that I do this, it's through the I mostly come from the value angle where I show them what I can do. I show them an example of what I can do. For instance, I may go through their social media page and an run a social media audit on the page, audit what is wrong in the page, what they are doing well, and what they are not doing so well, and what they can do better. So it's like I give them a clear audit. So with that, they when they see it, if they find it very valuable, it's easier for them to communicate and say, I like this. So how can we work on this? Than just reaching out to them and telling them, I do this, do you want to do a social media? Now, if you have heard of what we call a marketing journey or a marketing funnel, it sometimes on the other side, it's called customer journey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So if you've heard of that, you know that there are different levels to it. There is the awareness stage, there is the interest stage, there is the uh, decision stage, and there is the stage where they take action. There is the stage where you try to retain them and they become loyal customers. So now, every the cold emails they do mostly works for people who are already at the stage where they know their problem and they want to take action to solve it. So when a cold, let's say they send a cold email to hundreds of people or thousands of people, and the cold email hits on just one person that is really interested and knows that they need this, it will work very well for them. But in if let's say in the 100 they shoot out, it doesn't hit this particular circle of people, then it's may not. So that's why cold emailing is a numbers game.
Mhm.
We call it in marketing, we call it numbers game. So I've worked for companies where, for instance, in B2B marketing, B2B is business to business marketing. You basically are engaging businesses to business, like you are dealing with the the stakeholders of the business. You are not just dealing with one person on on their own. You understand? So for you to do that, there are different, there are multiple ways to get to these people. And one of the way that will work, it's called DMs. But there is now a modified format, which I was describing for you, where you are coming in with you are presenting value to them. So when they see the value you present and they are interested, it makes it easier for them to communicate with you. So what that value you give to them has shown you. In another words, we can call it a lead magnet. You should have heard of lead magnet before. You give them a lead magnet and they are attracted and they come into your funnel. So you have brought them
Could
into
you
your sales
elaborate a
funnel
little
where
more on the lead
you can
magnet
sell.
for people at home that don't know?
Oh, okay. So let's give it an example. Have you gone for let's say you are walking on the road and you met someone that wants to talk to you, but you are not interested in talking to the person. But before you tell the person no, the person gives you, let's say you love ice cream, or let's say you love candies. The person gives you a full stack of candy, a full sack of candy, and say, take, I bought it just for you. Tell me, wouldn't you want to listen to the person? Let's say okay, let's say it's the drink you are drinking right now that the person gives you.
Ellie?
Yeah, Pelly, yeah. Imagine the person walks up to you and he wants to talk to you, and you're like, nah. Before you say, nah, I'm not interested, the person gives you two bottles,
Was a
two
Pelly?
bottles of Pelly. Won't you say, oh, let's talk,
Yeah, okay,
let's sit and talk?
all right, yeah.
You understand? So that's how it works too. That's what lead magnet is about. Lead magnet is you are giving them something. That's why it's called a magnet. You are giving them something they will find valuable, something you are sure. So the first step in in creating a lead magnet is you must understand your audience. You must know what your audience likes. So, for instance, I could tell you, Perry, because I saw the way you were drinking it, you love it. So, I could tell you love that. So, if I want to sell to you now, I can come from the angle of Perry and say, yo, I got you some Perry. Would you love to, would you love to have a chat over some couples of drink? And you say, yeah, let's have a chat. You get. So,
Yeah,
lead magnet.
I know. A little frozen.
I'm frozen.
There we go.
Okay. So, so sorry for that. So you can tell what they want, and from understanding what they want, you can tell how to get to them. You can tell what to get to them. You can know the right words to use. Some people, it may not be candy. Some people will just be the last holiday they just had that they posted on FB. It could be the last trip they went to, the company went to, that they won awards. And
Mhm.
just you just we call it a conversation starter. You need to have something that starts the conversation. You don't just sell to them. You don't just sell to them. You must have something that can get their attention. So a lead magnet gets their attention and it's them to give you something in return. So in this case, a lead magnet, in the case of, let's say you want to, in the case of your website, let's say you put a lead magnet on the website, the role of a lead magnet on the website is to get their details, is to get their contact details. So for instance, you visit my website and the things I'm saying makes a lot of sense to you. Then I tell you, I can put this into, let's say I'm teaching you about sales on my website. And I told you I can put this into a book and send it to your email. All you just need to do, give me your email and tell me your name.
Mm-hmm.
You can easily do that because why? I've already showed you this is I already know that this is valuable to you. But the reason you are there already, it's already proves that it's valuable enough. Do you get me? Hope
Mm-hmm.
it's making sense. So, but lead magnets in when I'm interacting with you is me getting to give you something in return to get something from you. It could be your contact details, it could be your interest, it could be your attention. So it's me that's just from the word magnet. I'm attracting something, I'm attracting you into something, I'm bringing you into something. So it's most times lead magnets are what we used to get people into funnels, into marketing funnels is what we used to get them into the funnel.
To go back to an earlier point, you
Yeah.
said you don't advise cold outreach. Instead, you do an audit. When you're presenting this audit to the business, how do you make sure you don't come off as condescending, like your marketing sucks, here's what you're doing wrong, let me help
Okay.
you, you know what I'm saying? How do you make sure you
Yeah.
come from a frame of I'm here to help you and not criticizing the business?
Yeah. So I when I started, I was a little bit rough. So I had some businesses. I did that too. And it wasn't fun. They were
Yeah.
not happy. They were like, oh, we know we are not better, but we are trying to get better and we'll get better. And that was it.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Uh-huh.
the thing is this, when you talk to people, it's always good to put yourself in their shoes. Yeah, that's one key thing about marketing. Once you can always put yourself in people's shoes, you can easily understand how to talk to them. So imagine I come up to you and I'm just telling you all the wrong things you have done, all the things you have done that are not good. You won't like that, right? You would feel like, oh, what's wrong with you? Are you here to criticize me? Are you here to tell me I'm not good enough? So that's where the problem lies. So if you take a step back to what I said, I told you the first thing you tell them what they are doing right. Remember? So
Hmm.
you must tell them what they are doing right. When you tell them what they are doing right, you will get their attention better. You will lessen. There is this psychological defense that we humans all have to critics, to criticisms. So it's a defense. No matter how much you say you are open to constructive feedback, you are every human will always find a defense. They always have a defense to an instant defense to criticism. So you must come from the angle of showing them where they are good. It happens also in relationships too. If a husband comes home and the only thing he tells his wife is, you are so this, you are so bad, you are so bad, you are so bad, you are not good enough. Before you know it, she begins to argue, she begins to fight against him and begins to fight back. So,
Hmm.
but imagine he comes home and he tells her all the nice things about her, then he gives her moments to process that, then he tells her where he thinks she can get better. Don't you think she will receive it better? So
Hmm.
it's the same way you do with businesses too. You don't just tell them the wrong things, tell them the right things, and don't just show them the problem. Don't talk about the problem. Talk about how to solve the problem,
Hmm.
how you can solve the problem. If you know Alex Homozy, have you heard of Alex Homozy? You should know Alex Homozy. So Alex Homozy will tell you, teach them the idea, but you sell the information to them, but you hold on to the application. So you teach them the information, you teach them what to do, you teach them the details about it, but the application is what you sell, is what they pay you for. So if you are talking to them, so for instance, I find out that their followers rarely engage them. Their followers, they have a lot of followers, but their followers rarely engage them. One of the things I'll tell them to do is, oh, your followers rarely engage you, but I see that your contents are really nice. So it means that the content is not the problem. So I also noticed that your designs are really beautiful and authentic. So your designs cannot majorly be what is stuff. So I think what we can do to solve this problem would be to do this and this, and it could be you could engage your followers more. You could go to them rather than waiting for them coming to you. You could go to their own post and try to show them support, try to show them more encouragement. If you notice they are celebrating their birthdays or they are having a celebration, try to show them care and support, try to show them you know about them and you are rooting for them. You understand?
Mhm.
All those brings them back, brings their mind back to who you are and what you are doing. So if it's an email list you have, you can always get more details about your clients and know how to send a very personalized emails to them. So it makes them reconsider, it makes them see you differently from the rest emails that are bugging their inbox. Do you understand? So it's not just about telling them this is how to do this is what to do better. What should be done should now be how you can help them. And you are going to speak from for me, I spoke from a very, very empathetic view that made them understand that they are doing their best and they are doing really good and it can only get better and this is how they can make it better.
Awesome.
So it sounds more motivating than downgrading for them.
Awesome. So we've got about 10 minutes left here. I got one more question for you. How do you go about working with a business to business customer versus a business to consumer customer?
Okay, if I get your question right, you're asking how I go from um business, how I go about marketing business to business and business to customer, right?
Yeah, the differences between the two
Okay, okay.
and
So
how you.
I can tie it. Are you with me?
Mhm.
So you wanted to say something, okay? So I can tie it in two circles. The first circle will be on the business to business stage. So the word business to business means you have a product as a business or you have a service as a business that another business needs
Mhm.
to to complete their process, to complete successful running of their business, to ensure the success of their business. So it could be a product like a SaaS product, let's say a software like Zoom. Zoom is a B2B software classically, you understand? Before they started doing it, before others started, it was literally first a SaaS product that was working with business to business. Like a business uses it to have meetings with their clients, with their teams. You understand? So Zoom is a business and they are offering their platform to another business. So if Zoom wants to market with to that business, there are multiple ways to do it. The first and the easiest way would be via partnership. So if I want to do that, the first thing, it depends on the product I am selling. So I can start with partnership, then two. social media marketing works because the business stakeholders are human beings who are on social media, right?
Mhm.
So that works too. Then another thing that will work is we call it business development, or what they now call sales enablement. You create a system where a group of you create a system, a marketing system where a group of people who are involved in sales go to business, reach out to businesses, reach out to business stakeholders, and pitch your businesses to them, right? Pitch your product to them, tell them about your product. Then another one could be what we call event marketing, right? Event marketing is you, for instance, this your webinar. If a company like Zoom organizes it, they may be talking about the benefits of remote work culture and how it can help your business. And they push it out for more people to come in. And when people come in, majority of people who come in are people one way or the other who will be interested in remote work, in putting remote work into their company, in suggesting remote work to their bosses, in suggesting remote system, how they can make remote system work in their company. You understand? So all this one way or the other have one connection for the fact that they are interested, right? Now, then another thing to do is you can also invite top CEOs in companies for your events. So your event may just be targeting top CEOs, VP of marketing, VP of sales, head of products. You understand? So you are inviting these people to your event. It could be a physical event, it could be an online event, but the core is that they come and they are made aware that a product like yours exists. Then another thing that works very well is what we call referral marketing. Or then there are two sides of referral marketing. There is the what we call the customer based referral marketing, and the influencer marketing. In customer based referral marketing, a business that is a customer uses your product, and they tell other businesses, other people they know who are into businesses about your product and suggest they try it out. I do that a lot. I have agencies where I offer these services to. I have an agency where I offer these marketing services to. And once I use a software, and the software is very good, like Go High Level, I'm very good with Go High Level, and I use Go High Level a lot. Go High Level is an automation software that helps you market. It does a whole lot on marketing.
Mhm.
It's like a whole agency system. Everything an agency wants for marketing, everything a
This
business
one
wants for
software,
marketing. Yeah, it has everything in it.
what's it
So it's
called?
like Go High Level. You can check it out.
Go High
Go High
Level.
Level. Yeah, it's an amazing software. So with that software, I can do a lot of it. When I use that software, once I encounter business agencies that are doing the same thing as I can suggest that software to them. So I can, if I give them a link, an affiliate link, I get benefits for suggesting that software to them. So all you need to do is promote a better offer so that people will take up your affiliate offer and take it upon themselves to become brand affiliates and start selling your product to other people that may be interested in it. Then there is the influencer marketing, where a lot of businesses will listen to this person when you use this person to market. So all you just need to do is pay the person. So the person will be your brand ambassador or brand face. And with that person, the person keeps talking about your product, keeps making noise about your product, and it gets to it. And the last one would be the cold DM, which we already talked about, which is scraping leads from online using tools like Apollo, Lead Scraper, and all that. You use those tools and you get details of employers, sorry, CEOs, business owners. Then you send mails to target them, showing them a product that can help them do things very well. And there is a system for this mail. I can do that too. It's called you create an drip marketing, a drip email marketing that you are not just selling immediately, but you are taking them on a step-by-step journey. And at the end of the journey, you are ensuring that they subscribe to your product. And there is also the free offer where you give them free, you use the free benefit, you give them free trials, you run ads, paid ads, we call it maybe Facebook ads. You run paid Facebook ads, and you do free trial on them. Everybody that signs up for free, and when they see, they try it, and the most SaaS products do that. They do the first 2 weeks free trial or a month free trial. Then after that, then they will now pay for the product. So there are a lot of ways to actually get businesses to actually buy your product or work with you. There are a lot of ways. These are just shorten because of the time limit. It's just there are
Yeah.
lots of other ways I can keep giving you more and more and
Yeah.
more. So there are a lot of strategic ways to do it.
Well, thank you so much for sharing everything that you've learned over the years. Appreciate you. It's been very valuable for me.
Yeah,
Hopefully, people at home. John, I will post
yeah,
his
it's
links
awesome.
below if you're interested in checking them out. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
All right.